What generation of your family came to the U.S. first?
The first member of my family to come were actually my parents. They weren't together yet. My dad came over when he was 17, and my mom came over with her mom and sisters, like from Texas, the border near Texas, I believe. So it was my parents.
Was it hard for your parents to come to the U.S.?
I think it was harder for my dad. My mom's family seemed to have quite a bit of family just on the other side of the border that was able to get them in at that time. I don't remember my mom telling of a difficult story, but I know my dad came in through what they used to call, and maybe they still call, a coyote. He kind of snuck him into the country, so it was much harder for my dad. I think it was much scarier for him because he was only 17, so if you think about it, he was only a year or two older than your age. And I know that it was pretty scary for him, but I think he was pretty determined and he made it over okay.
Do you think for other people, is it hard for them to come to the U.S. today?
Today, I think today it's probably a lot harder for people to come over than it used to be. Obviously, we've all heard about how people die starving to death because they don't pack what they think they'll need in order to make it through the desert and make it here, or depending on where they come through. And not just that, I think that the Border Patrol is much more vigilant than it used to be. So I think it's much more dangerous in many different ways, depending on how people cross over, to come now than it was before.
Especially in summer?
In the summer when it's hot, yeah. I do remember when I was younger, though, my dad started bringing over his sisters and their families from Mexico because for the same reason they wanted to come here to have a better life. And one of the times we went to Mexico, I remember being a younger girl and my dad saying, well, we have to sneak your cousin into the U.S. And I remember thinking, that sounds like it's against the law, and it seemed kind of scary, you know. And so I asked my dad, why do we have to do that? Why can't he just come over like we come over and he can show them their ID card? Because to me, I was a little girl and I thought, I have my ID card and that's why I can go home. And he said, well, he's not from our country. He doesn't have an ID card like you do, so he can't just come over. And we actually got pulled over by the Border Patrol and they asked us a lot of questions, and my dad told me I had to lie and say that my cousin had forgotten his ID card at home. And I was really scared, and I wasn't sure that I was doing the right thing, but looking back at it now, I realized that it was like a way to help our family survive and come over and have a better life for themselves. But at the time, being a young girl, I remember thinking, this doesn't seem right, and it was really scary, and all these people surrounded around us, you know, just so we could help our family come have a better life. So now, obviously, looking back, I realized it was the best thing for that specific family. They actually all ended up coming over, and their dad, which ended up staying in Mexico because he couldn't get over, he ended up getting mugged and murdered and left dead in an alley. So it was pretty sad. I mean, it was great that they all made it. He had 8 kids. All of my cousins came and my aunt came, but he stayed behind. He wasn't able to come over, and he ended up getting murdered staying there. So we're glad that at least all the rest of them were able to come over. So now, looking back at it, it's obvious that was the right choice. It probably broke the law, but I think it was more a survival for our family. So I don't regret it.
Well, what about, do you think the government should spend money on borders, or is it just a waste of money?
Spend money on borders? What do you mean?
Like, for, like, the borders, so they can, like, spend more, like, money, like, for them, not for the ones that want to cross the across.
So to keep immigrants out,
Yeah.
you mean? Do I think that the U.S. should spend more money on creating a stronger, I guess, border where immigrants don't come in? I think the U.S. should spend more money in developing a plan that helps immigrants come to the U.S. safely. If they want to come here to work, to do jobs that so many U.S. citizens don't want to do, I think that we should create a plan or a policy that allows them to do that safely and come over and work, and then when the season's over, be able to travel home safely if that's what they choose. And if they choose to stay, then develop a plan where they can eventually work towards becoming citizens again, because the way that it's set up now obviously isn't working. There's a lot of murders going on, there's a lot of deaths, it's costing us a lot of money by keeping the system that we have now. So I definitely think it needs to be modified in a lot of different ways.
Well, thank you, Ms. Kerr, for taking your time and telling us your story about the immigration. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh.
Oh,